Let me ask you something. When you picture the devil, where did that image come from? Who designed it? Who decided evil should look like that? Speak like that? Want those things? And what if the answer is uncomfortable? What if we did? What if the devil is not something humanity discovered, but something humanity created? A container, a place to put everything we could not accept in ourselves. Our anger, our cruelty, our hunger for power, our capacity for destruction. All of it given a face. This is the argument of Carl Jung, and it changes how you see religion, evil, and yourself. If you're new here, welcome to Empire of the Mind. This is a series about the ideas that explain human beings at depth. Not surface-level answers, the real ones. If that's your kind of thinking, subscribe, because this gets deeper every week. Who built the devil? Here's where it gets interesting. The devil didn't start as the embodiment of evil, not even close. In the earliest Hebrew texts, the figure we call Satan wasn't even a name. It was a role. Ha-Satan, the adversary, the challenger, the one who tests. In the story of Job, he's not God's enemy. He works with God. He questions, he challenges, he pushes, almost like a prosecutor in a courtroom. So how did that figure become the prince of darkness? The enemy of God? The source of all evil? Jung's answer is simple, but unsettling. We built him, piece by piece, over centuries, out of everything we couldn't put in God. The problem that created the devil. Think about this. If your idea of God is pure goodness, pure light, pure perfection, then where does the darkness go? Because it doesn't disappear. You don't erase darkness by ignoring it. You relocate it. So Christianity did something psychologically inevitable. It created a second figure, a container, and slowly that figure absorbed everything unacceptable. Pride, deception, violence, desire for power, cruelty. It was given a story, a rebellion, a fall, a kingdom, followers, a face, and over time, it became the devil. Jung called this the collective shadow, not your personal darkness, but the darkness of an entire civilization, projected outward, given form, given a throne. Why this becomes dangerous? Here's where this stops being theory and becomes real. When you project your darkness onto something outside you, you lose the ability to recognize it inside you. And when that happens, something dangerous replaces awareness. Certainty, absolute certainty, that evil is out there and not in here. And once you believe that, you can justify almost anything because you're not harming people, you're fighting evil. History is full of this pattern. The Crusades, the Inquisition, the witch trials, people who believed they were good, doing terrible things with a clear conscience because the devil had already been chosen, and it wasn't them. The devil as a mirror. Now here's Jung's real insight. What if the devil is not an enemy, but a mirror? Look at the classic traits. Pride, envy, deception, rage, the desire for power. That's not random, that's specific. Those are the exact qualities a culture feared most in itself. So it pushed them out and gave them a face. And now the question becomes uncomfortable. How much of that is in you? Not in a general way. Specifically, your pride, your envy, your anger, your need to control. Because what you refuse to see doesn't disappear. It just moves underground. And from there, it controls you, quietly, indirectly, convincingly. What integration actually means. Now, this is important because Jung is often misunderstood here. He is not saying Let your darkness take over. Express everything. Be destructive. That's not awareness. That's possession. And denial isn't better. Pretending it's not there. Ignoring it. Suppressing it. Both are forms of unconsciousness. Integration is something else. Something harder. It means seeing what's in you clearly, without flinching, and then choosing how to live with it, not denying it, not obeying it, but relating to it. Like a strong parent with a difficult child. I see you, you exist, but you don't get to run everything. That's integration. And people who do this work are not more dangerous. They're safer because their darkness isn't hidden. And what isn't hidden doesn't need to erupt. The real meaning of the devil. So in Jung's view, the devil is not proof of a cosmic enemy. He is proof of how much darkness we've refused to face. A symbol, a container, a projection, and the real work is this. Take it back. Look at what you've labeled evil. Look at what you've pushed outside yourself. And slowly, carefully, honestly, recognize it. Not to become it, but to stop being controlled by it. Because here's the truth. Darkness you own, you can work with. Darkness you project will run your life, while you believe you're the good one. Closing. So let me ask you something. Not as a theory, personally, who is your devil? Not the religious figure, the real one, the person, the group, the idea you've loaded with everything you reject. Sit with that, because your answer to that question might be one of the most important things you ever learn about yourself. If this made you think, subscribe, because this series only goes deeper. And next, we move to one of Jung's most radical ideas, that Jesus Christ is not just a religious figure, but the most complete symbol of the self ever created. And what that means is going to challenge you even more.